Hey people of the interwebs, it is Q, and thanks for joining me on another adventure in ARK Survival Evolved. And I'm just out here with my mate Bruce, who I declared to be a legend and a game changer in the last episode, gathering up these final bits of vegetation here. Now, he certainly was a game changer, because what we've managed to do since you were last viewing is do some updates to our base. With the resources that Bruce and his mate Sheila enabled us to gather so easily. Updates to the base include a rethink of how it's designed. We've got more of an open plan sort of feel with some living quarters upstairs. Let me just make this guy run a bit faster to get there. There's Sheila. She was that level 40 down the beach that we were going to tame. I did that while I was gathering resources because she gathered resources an awful lot faster than Bruce. I've only got one saddle, so I've got to make one of those. But here, as you can see, is the base, a little bit different, kind of bigger. And this has enabled me to go from level 20, where I was at the end of last episode, right up to level 32 now. Really just crafting all the building materials, putting stuff together, has given me so many levels. As I declared, getting your first dinosaur tamed up and working for you really is a game changer. So one of the things that we need to do is kind of like finish off this upstairs bit. I need to put more walls on here. We'll go double layer, and then we'll do kind of an angled roof and put a roof on it, make it weatherproof, so that if it does get too hot or too cold, we can dash up there for safety. And also, obviously, need to get another trike saddle for Sheila. The dodos are doing well on the eggs. We've got quite a few of those in storage. Also, I mistakenly said last time that the dodo eggs are used in the kibble to tame up the Argentavis. That is not correct. The dodo kibble is used to tame the stepping stone to the Argentavis, which is that thing flying up there, the pterodon. So, if we've got time today, I'd also like to try and tame my pterodon. I'm not sure what level the saddles are for those. Let's just have a quick look in here. Pterodon saddle, that'll be it there with a long nose on it. Raptor saddle, so level 35, and I'm currently level 32. Okay, so first things first, let's get this construction phase finished. Now, to finish up upstairs, we need wooden walls. We need some, where are they? I made some of these things. The sloped walls. We need sloped thatched roof. And we need thatched roof. How am I doing for weight? 197 of 280. That's good. We might need some ladders to get on the roof. And also, can I carry those railings? Because I want to put some railings on the balcony upstairs. Now I'm overweight. Okay, can't do the railings. We'll come back and do those afterwards. Just a nice morning. It started off quite rainy, and now the sun is up and the skies are blue with some light fluffy clouds. So, let's get this construction done. We'll put that in there. We'll put these in here, and those in there. And what do I want first? Walls. Now, all things being equal, these walls should just nicely slot into place without fouling up and being the wrong way around, because they're just going on top of the existing walls, which should make everything nice and even. No snap point. There it is. You've got to be so careful when you're placing stuff in ARK when you're building, because one slight little twitch of the mouse and all of a sudden you're placing stuff where you don't want it, or you're placing stuff where you've already got it. rushing is not the key. You got to take it nice and steady. So that's how high I want the walls, but now I want to be able to put some, make it look a little bit aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to put this edge on here and put the other edge on there. Oh, I'm going to need 2 more walls. I've got 5, that's okay. So will that one go there? No, this is this side. Alright, so you can get the general idea of how this is going to look. And now I'm going to put my thatch slopes on. We'll put those there. And the thatch roof, we'll put those there. So thatch slopes, well, which one did I put them in? Are they 5 or 9? I think they're 9. They all look very similar. Okay, yeah, these are the sloped ones. So I'm going to put that there. Now, just to test out, can I do it? Yes, I can reach. Fantastic. So we'll get these. Oops, you've got to come at them from the right angle as well. And again, once it's in position, don't move that mouse. Click it into place. The rest should fall into place quite easily now. Fantastic. Once you get something lined up, the construction is relatively easy and straightforward. See, it's just twitching slightly there. Is that going to be right? Yes, it is. Okay. So the final step is... Would be nice to leave that open as a skylight, but even though the little house symbol is there on my right-hand side in the middle of the screen, I just to enclose it is the better option, I think. Okay, now it's looking really good. So we're going to, make this place look, it's looking a bit sparse and Spartan at the moment, but we'll make it look good a bit later on. Oh, look, there's a gap up there. That's why that thing was twitching. Oh, I might have to fix that later. I don't know. Anyway, so we've got views out to the ocean. We can check on our beasties. We can check out to the end of the peninsula. And we can also see if there's any alphas up on the ridge that might be potentially threatening our base and on our animals. So the other thing we wanted to do was because I got a little bit of a balcony around here, just again to make it look, aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to put railings around the edge of that to make it look good too. And we'll dump anything else that we've got. So we don't need our ladders. We're good for walls. We'll grab the railings. We don't need any more thatched roofs. So let's put the railings here. Okay, this is going a lot smoother than I expected it would, but now I've said that, something will probably go wrong. That's ARK for you. Okay, so is there a double spot? Because sometimes when you're putting things on top of ceilings like this, they can have a double point of connecting, but that looks okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. The other thing I noticed, and I don't know whether it's just my mind working tricks on me or whether it's the game actually doing things, but since I got to the position where I was leveling up and thinking about getting a pterodon tamed so I could take to the air, there are lots and lots of pterodons both over there on the shore and on the peninsula. I even saw a level 79 or 97, I think it was a 97, and I thought, is this the game kind of giving me hints? I don't know if the intelligence behind the game is that clever. But maybe it does. I don't know. If you know, leave a comment down below and enlighten me. Alright, so that looks good. I like that. Nice thatch roof. Nice solid wood. Great little balcony. That's a nice little house now. Nice little sleeping quarters. Oh, also in here, I've decided that I'm going to be keeping... Oops, not wrong button. I'm going to be keeping any clothes that I might wear. I've been getting a lot of drops right next to the base, so I've been collecting these. Probably won't use them ever, but it's always good to have backups just in case you do die. You end up back at your base and you're going back to your body to collect your stuff naked. That makes you pretty vulnerable, so gathering at least, putting on at least some sort of clothing is going to be a little bit of help. I'll put the dodos up here on this little ramp, because when they drop the eggs, they roll down to the bottom and they're easier to pick up without accidentally picking up the dodos. Okay, so where are we going to go next? Oh, that's right, we were going to make a trike saddle, weren't we? Let's see what we need for that. I know we're going to need hide. So, trike saddle, saddles, trike, 140 hide, 80 fiber, 25 wood. Okay, we got that. So 200 hide, fiber, and some wood. Oh, that's not enough wood. Take that. How much wood was it? That's enough wood. Craft the item. There's also quite a few other things I'll show you in a second. As soon as we got this saddle on Sheila, I will show you the other things that I really want to get crafted up today, which are going to be quite important for the well, more leveling up and also equipping out the base with tools that I can advance even further with. So what do we want to do? Let's have a look, see. So engram points to apply. I've still got 74 left from the level ups I've been getting. You have to be quite selective in choosing. You notice I've skipped certain things. I haven't just gotten everything along the way. This is because you never get enough engram points to actually buy everything. So you have to be quite selective. I mean, the Phiomia saddle there, I wouldn't be taming up a Phiomia. I might tame up one to make a poo machine for gardening purposes later on. We'll just see how the points go. But other things I have learned, obviously the building materials. One of the things I do want to make, which I've learned, is of course a refining forge, a preserving bin, and also the smithy. And then we can make ourselves metal pick and a metal hatchet and a pike and a crossbow. So those are the 4, 5, 6 major things that I want to get crafted up now. So let's get started on that. So craftables. Let's go back. Structures. Cooking. No. Fridges. Farming. Crafting. Fridges. Oh, that'll be the preserving bin. Stone and thatch. Okay, we can make one of those because I want to put our eggs in it. So stone and thatch. Thatch. Craftables. Make one of those. What else do I want to make? Miscellaneous would it be under? Weapons? No, I don't want that. Structures, weapons, miscellaneous saddles. It's got to be structures. Fridges, farming. Compost bin to feed all the animals would be handy. Need more wood for that. Okay. So we'll grab some more wood. We'll make one of those. Thatch wood. Bed crafting. This is what I want. So a refining forge needs stone, flint, and hide. And the smithy needs metal ingots. So we need that to make that. Okay. The refining forge is needed to make the smithy. So, hide, was it? The 200 hide. Refining forge. Oh, stone and flint. Stone. Flint. Craftables. Let's make one of those for now. What do we need? So we've got to get some... Oh, and there's another level up. Let's go outside the house and have a quick... Oh, that's better. Getting too excited with all the levels up. So we need to get to level 35 for our Pterodon saddle. We're at 32. This will take us to 33. Let's go for some more melee damage. Not sure. Let's just see if it's unlocked anything. I don't think it has. I think the next unlocks are quite far away. Oh, yeah, no, we can make a fireplace as well. Wow. So many things, so many points to spend, so many things to do all at once. Let's just keep focusing on what we're doing. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to expand the base out. I'm going to put another 2 sets of foundations out to here. And then I'm going to come out this way towards the water. So let's see how many foundations we've actually got. Foundations 15. Ooh, I'm gonna be overweight surely. No, I'm not overweight. Wow, how amazing. So let's put those foundations in there. So 2 wide, I think it's the way to go. We have got a lot of space here. Bearing in mind, of course, we're going to be keeping a lot of this space out the back for storing our tame dinos. And they do get kind of big from here on in. In fact, one of the other things that we need to tame up is the stegos. We need a couple of those laying eggs because it's the stego eggs that we use to make the kibble for the Argentavis. I'm just wondering as well, that little patch in there, the little hole, I wonder if we could store our dodos in there for safekeeping. I'll have to try that out. I'll give that a think. Oh, now we're getting into the situation where the land level drops off and we can no longer just add. So from here on out, we've got to build with... Do I want to round that off to there and then make that little area inside there for keeping dodos safe? I don't know. Not sure yet. Let's put this stuff away. Let's put our refining forge down. Now, forging requires stone, metal, and spark powder. So we're going to make the spark powder. We can move the mortar and pestle wherever we want, but we're going to have our metal here. But then again, we could make another storage cupboard for that. I just don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm locked into places. No, let's not put the thinking while I'm working here. Let's not put the dodos in this little space here. And okay, and now I'm out. Because what I'm thinking is I'm going to put the lot of the crafting stuff down along here. So when the animals come in, I can offload them into storage boxes along this edge and then have the crafting things along this edge, which will just give me room for expansion a little bit later on once I get to industrial type of grills, industrial type of cooking pots, industrial forges, and so on. So I don't want to crowd myself all into one little area. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to craft up some more foundations. I'm going to fill in this bit here. I'm going to place the smithy and the forge, and then I'll come back and show you the progress that I've made. And we're back. Did a little bit of organizing while I also did some more construction. Wow, there's another level up. Fantastic. What do we want? Probably a bit more stamina. We'll come back to that later. We're now at level 34. We're one level away from that pterodon saddle. But I put another layer of storage boxes in here. And this we're going to keep stone in here, flint in here, metal in here, spark powder in here, and then the metal ingots in there. I started with my first refining forge in here, and it's currently refining up some metal from the metal ingots from the metal I've already gathered up. I've also got a couple of mortar and pestle down here, which are in the process of making more spark powder. So we'll grab some of that and put that into the forge so that it doesn't run out and we can get all that metal crafted up while we're just wandering around doing our thing. Extended this out here, still with the idea of heading out just over the water so we can access our water-tame dinosaurs. But unfortunately, because of the way the land slopes off here, I had to put out ceilings from this point onwards. And then, of course, you've got to support the ceilings with a central post. So that's sticking out at the top there. There is a way to fix it so it doesn't stick out, but I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. So I will continue further out this way to get over the wood. But right now, one of the things is I crafted up a smithy. So I figured I'm going to put maybe another 2 forges there. So I'm going to put the smithy over here. Let's just see how that looks there. Now, can I put this on an angle and then have storage next to it? Because there are a lot of things you can make in the smithy that need storage, and rather than run back to those storage containers over there for hide and wood and stone and cementing, charcoal and all that sort of stuff, if I stick this, allowing enough space down there for those forges to expand out to the end, and then I stick this guy here, that'll still allow me to build off the edge, even put walls there if I finally decide to do that, if I don't like the open plan living. But also it means I can put a storage box either side of the smithy for storing stuff in. So I'm going to put that right there. Okay, excellent. So just having a look in here to see what we can make. One of the things that we do want to make is the crossbow. So wood, fiber, and metal. Okay, I think should have 7 metal. Now we've got 17. So if we take half of those, that'll be enough, and we'll leave the rest in the smithy. And grab some wood from here. And was it fiber? I think it was fiber. So that'll be this one. And here comes the rain again. Free water. So if we stick that in there, that in there, and that in there, and now we can do a crossbow. Beautiful. And that will make using our trank arrows that we've already made up in our inventory so much easier for taming dinos. Great. So we can actually replace that bow now. Well, how many we got? 50, 36, and it's saying 25. So we'll keep the stone arrows, but we're going to put trank arrows in it as a default. We'll leave the rest of that fiber, wood, and metal in the smithy because no doubt we're going to be making other things. Is there anything else in the inventory that we can currently make ranged? What about making melee? Yeah, we need to make those. So we need more hide and we need more metal. So let's grab some more hide and metal. Grab the last of that. I'm sure there'll be more ready in the forge pretty soon. Hide. Let's grab that. Okay. And access this. Throw the ingredients in there. Weapons. Melee. Craft one of those for sure. Craft one of those for sure. So that will now replace our stone hatchet, and that will, no, sorry, that will replace our pick, and that will replace our hatchet. Perfect. So we've really progressed quite well here today. A lot more crafting options available to us now. We're using the metal pick and hatchet, which is going to give us more longevity when we're using these items to gather up resources. And we've also completed our house. I think we've done quite a lot here. We didn't get to tame up our pterodon that we can see flying just above the head of the Bronto there. But we're not quite ready for the saddle yet. We need one more level up before we can make the saddle. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here because I think the sun's about to set. It's getting low in the sky over there. I'm going to leave it here and say thanks for watching. Please leave any comments in the section down below. Please subscribe if you want to see more adventures from Q in ARK Survival Evolved. And give a thumbs up if you like what you see. Join me next time in ARK Survival Evolved.